All right, thought I'd have me a little fun today on my lunch break, streaming my Thinkorswim results, and I want to look at this Ameri-trade options dashboard to show people what it looks like when you do an options trade, covered call trade that is on Ameri-trade, because it's different from Robinhood. And so I just kind of like to see what it looks like and my new strategy for these stocks or these stonks, and why I'm changing my strategy here. So let's look at Thinkorswim. Last week I posted a quick video that most of y'all didn't watch as usual, but it's on Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim is it's a it's a simulator, and you can simulate any trade, whether it be a covered call, cash secured put, just pretty much anything. Matter of fact, this thing is so friggin' deep that it's scary to even try to use. But I just use it for the basics, and once you figure out the basics, it's very, very valuable. So what I did last week was I did an Apple call, covered call, and I bought some shares. I bought 100 shares, and then I did a call. Covered call means I sold one contract for 100 shares, and I'm doing pretty good on it. Well, if you call $88.50, but if you look at Apple, matter of fact, if you look at any stock this week, this shit's been crazy, for lack of a better word. And it's also why I changed my it's also why I changed my strategy, because I don't mind losing money, but I think 90% of the people that do naked options, whether it be a call or a put, you're gonna lose money on it. It's pretty much guessing. If you know how to read the charts, that helps you out. Of course, I don't know how to read the charts, but I did buy uh, charting for dummies, and I'm gonna figure that part out. But I think if you can read the charts, you know, maybe get this book here or one of these books. And if you really want to get into it, I ain't gonna lie to you. I started reading. It's some boring stuff. You really, really got to be into this. It's really boring. But my opinion, you don't necessarily have to know how to read the charts to do swing trading. I mean, not swing trading. I'm sorry. Covered calls, cash secured puts. You pretty much figure out what stock you wanna buy, and build 100 shares position and start selling cover calls. Now that can be expensive because 100 shares, meaning that if you want to buy 100 shares of Apple, and Apple is $120, that's about what, 13,000 dollars. But there are some stocks out there where you might can get by with $2,000 or $3,000 and make some decent cover calls. And so that's kind of what I've been doing here. All right, so my Thinkorswim little exercise there, trying to show people how to use this. If you got TD Ameritrade, I'm sure there are some other ones out there that you can practice with, because that's basically all it is practicing. And so this is Boeing. I didn't really do a lot with Boeing. I was considering doing a very long call, like almost 6 months, 18th June, expiration with a strike of 400, and I was gonna buy 5 covered calls. But as you can see, right, if I would have done that so far, it's negative 42.50. That's the cool thing about practicing with somebody else's. I mean, practicing with fake money. So you you don't care if this loses money or not. It's all good. Even on the 100 shares that I bought of Apple, look, I'm down $182. So you can practice doing pretty much anything with this, and that's what's cool about it. Let's go look at I don't think any of these are successful. Blink, what happened with Blink here? Let's see. I did Blink. Oh, this is really some crazy stuff that I wouldn't do in real life. 500. Is that 500 cover calls? Yeah, it's no way. I'm sorry. No, this is just regular stocks. So 500 shares. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that in real life. Not all at once, anyway. Johnson and Johnson. I was thinking about doing a long call on it. As you 90% of the calls, naked calls and options, you're gonna lose money, and that's kind of why I've changed my strategy. I was doing calls every now and then, stick an option out there, but I think what I'm gonna do from now on is I'm just gonna do covered calls. I think I'm gonna keep building positions and do covered calls. Now here's what the covered call dashboard looks like in Ameri-trade. You see it says a -1. That indicates that you sold a call. So right now I got 100 shares plus of Blink. Uh, Blink is something that I want to keep. So I kind of sold a contract that's kind of way out there, like $45 strike, because I don't want to lose it. And of course, even if I did lose it, I make money and I could turn around and do cash secured puts. But I kind of just want to hold on to this, because lately when I've been getting assigned, instead of doing cash secured puts, I've been taking the money and, you know, doing other things like buy stocks, so I don't have that cash to do a put. And that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So now I try to, stocks that I want to keep, I will sell a premium just kind of way out there, $45. And Blink is at what, $32? It's not hitting $45 by Friday or next Friday. This is the 12th. I actually sold, I believe, 2 calls on this week. And so then I went and bought this other one, SOS. This is some Chinese company. I don't want to keep it, so I sold a pretty high, a pretty close to end of money strike, $8.50. Now, unfortunately, it went down to $7.50, but that's cool. I mean, I'm still making money, and I'll still be able to sell a couple of calls on it. But this is a stock where I put the strike price close to end the money, or I put it at the money, because I don't mind losing it. It can go away. This is kind of what your dashboard looks like. ATOS, that's another one that I kind of bought. This is a monthly option stock. It doesn't do weekly, it does monthly, but it pays pretty good, $65. So the thing you got to look at here, and I think the thing a lot of people don't really follow on these stocks, is that when you get the weekly money, that adds up. And so if you're getting $60 a week, you just do 60 times 4. If you're getting $100 a week, you do 100 times 4. Or if it's 5 weeks, 100 times 5. You multiply that over a year, and that stuff adds up. But I do get that getting 100 shares of a company, that can be expensive. I mean, if it's a $20 a share stock price, that's $2,000. So a lot of people ain't got $2,000 to just sit there. But if you do, if you're one of those people that's got $2,000 sitting in a 1% annual percentage rate savings account, just me, I'd probably take it and go buy 100 shares in a company and get that weekly money. I posted on YouTube that uh, I just don't feel comfortable doing options anymore, and I'm gonna show you why I don't feel comfortable doing options anymore. I hope I can show you. Let me show you this. So this is wild, right? This is Neo. Neo's a Chinese EV company. Everybody jump in, in and out of it, but I want to do a quick option on it. And it's crazy because at first, this you see right here is a put. This is me saying that, I'm sorry, this is a call. I had a put. I had a put on Neo early in the week, right? A put was saying that the stock was going to go down. And so I was going to swing trade it. I mean, I bought it late in the evening. I was going to swing trade it the next day. Well, guess what? The shit went up instead of going down. so I so I sold it, but I broke even because I sold it fortunately at the same price I bought it. So I didn't lose money on that. But then my smart ass decided, okay, well, it's going up. Let's do a call. It's Neo. I, you know, they had their earnings report, and they actually made money, but unfortunately for the market, that wasn't enough. So instead of it going up, Neo went all the way down from $44 to this morning it was at $39. And so this is why you don't really want to mess with these naked options, man. These naked calls and puts, because it's $391.33, right? Look at the market value of this right now. I can laugh because technically I'm breaking even. I didn't lose any money. Well, no, that's not true. I did lose money. I broke even on the put. I'm losing on the call. But 90% of the time, this is what's going to happen to you. I mean, like I said, if you can read the charts, you might be able to mitigate some of this. But realistically, you're kind of just guessing. I mean, you can make some logical guesses with some data, but I mean, it is what it is. And so that's why I'm kind of changing my strategy. I think I'm just going to go and do covered calls. I'm not going to really mess with the whole naked options and puts. And I'm just going to continue to just build shares. Keep buying 100 shares. Dollar cost averaging it out. Like right now I'm working on getting 100 shares of Apple. I think I'm at about 25, so that's a long way to go. But this week Apple was down to $119, and so I jumped on it. And so I want to do Apple, and I want to do Microsoft, but that's like $230 some a share, so that's not going to happen. But you can basically make money, consistent money, just by selling calls, covered calls, and doing cash secured put. It does take money to do it, but I think that's just basically, confirmation of the old saying, it takes money to make money. Uh, it does. So you just gotta. If you got money sitting in a savings account, a couple of $1,000, and it's only earning you like you know $1 every 6 months. Well, I mean, I don't think that make a whole lot of sense. You can pretty much do covered calls or cash secured puts, and make anywhere from $50 to $100 or more, depending on how valuable the stock is, every week, and just keep doing it. And I think there's people out there. I know there's people that's in the market. That's all they do, and some of them do it on a level that they're making $2,000 and $3,000 a week. But that's all they do is covered calls. They live off of covered calls. I think that's gonna be me. All right, that's the end of this quick stream. Uh, Make sure you check out my other channels, YouTube channel JAYDKB and JAYDKB Games. Both of those channels have given away a lot of stuff: cameras, uh, computers, cash, and this year we're going to continue to do that. Not as grand as last year, but definitely got some good stuff coming. So check out those channels. And I'm gonna try to do these little streams or these little lunch break streams. Since none of y'all watch them, I can pretty much say whatever the hell I want. So I'm gonna do these probably once a week, and I'll try to be consistent. Get a different date, a consistent date, and just have some fun with it. But Thinkorswim is a good simulator. If you got TD Ameri-trade, I think you do have to have it. If you don't have TD Ameri-trade, look online for some of the other simulators, because if you can use a simulator to practice all of this stuff, you're going to be a lot more comfortable when you actually decide to put your hard-earned cash into trying to do this. I used this for at least 3 months. And at first it was very, very challenging. I mean, the learning curve was ridiculous. And when you look at all of these different things that's in here, it kind of discourages you, but you don't have to use all of it. I use trade to input a trade, and I use monitor, and I analyze. You know, learn how to do these three in any of the simulators you use, and your trading will be a whole lot better. And even if you not trading, you're investing, it still be a whole lot better, because you can kind of put this stuff in, let it sit there and see what happens. And I can see right now I'm doing terrible. I'm doing. I didn't do all of this with real money, so I'm not doing as bad as it looks on here. Well, that's a lie. I am doing as bad as it look on here, because the market is crap. You know what? I will show you, because I can show you without showing my balances. This is what's happening in the market. Now, ordinarily, I think most people that aren't used to seeing so much red would panic. But to me, this is a buying opportunity. I mean, you can buy this at $14 now. You can buy Apple at $122. I think it's going down. No, it's going up. That's good. Yeah, so these are like all of the stocks that I'm tracking. I got one Hail Mary penny stock. It's not doing much of anything, but it was only $90 or so. But yeah, this is what's happening. When you see all this red, you feel like you're dead. But now, all of this stuff, to me, in my opinion, is money. It's money, 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 money. But anyway, Thinkorswim, covered calls. That's the plan. Peace.